Welcome back to ASPN HD. John Scooters here with a couple of the Mass Purple players who just fought a real hard-fought battle against Mass Arge. Great tournament and a great season for you guys. Josh Lopez and Daps Olatunbosun. Got that name right. Close enough for sure. Daps, we'll start with you. Great performance here this season for Legacy Mass Purple. Just talk a little bit about how playing for Legacy helps you prepare for your high school campaign.
Well, playing for Legacy helps me in my high school campaign because in the off-season, you know, people are usually just sitting home, just watching TV. But like here in Legacy, actually doing something, getting active and playing with some good players in New England.
You play against the top players, just the best competition. It gets you ready for whoever you're gonna play.
Certainly does. Now, you guys had quite a run here. Your coach, Bill Austin, has really sang praises to you. When I've talked to him off the air about you guys, talk a little bit about how playing football helps you guys not only, prepare on the field, but in your day-to-day life. A lot of people talk about football, and they talk about it in negative terms with concussions and things like that. But if you guys didn't have football, I'm sure you guys would miss it.
Yes, I would, definitely.
100%.
And talk a little bit about how you guys model yourselves after your idols. What NFL player would you say you model yourself the most after?
I feel like that's Stephon Gilmore for the New England Patriots because he's a cornerback and that's the position that I play and I look up to him.
Stephon Gilmore's quite a corner. How about you, Josh?
I'd have to go with Marshawn Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore, the Saints. We had a player earlier who said he modeled his game after the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He went to LSU. We got Marshawn Lattimore, an Ohio State product. Josh Lopez, Daps, thank you so much, guys. Best of luck the rest of your high school careers. We're going to bring in a couple of more of the Mass Purple squad members, Jerry Mervil, as well as Nate Glidden. Jerry, I'm going to begin with you. Heck of a performance in that loss against Team Orange. One of the catches you made in the back corner of the end zone was one that, heck, Julio Jones would have been proud of. Talk a little bit about how playing for Legacy has helped you prepare for your high school season.
Definitely, because I feel like, there's like a bunch of guys that's around my street that's really good, so I feel like I'm able to compete with them every week, and I feel like I get a boost in confidence. I like, especially when it comes to understanding the defenses and because I play offense, so when it comes to understanding the defenses, I feel like that transitions onto the high school field, so I feel it helps me a lot.
Absolutely, non-stop commitment, non-stop preparation, and for you, Nate, I'm sure that's the same thing with you, especially because you got some pretty big commitments coming up, isn't that right?
Yes, I do. Legacy taught me, I come from a small school, so I learned more about footwork and techniques, how to make myself a better linebacker.
Absolutely, and so when you look at what Legacy has done for you, expand on that a little bit about what football has done for you guys, because a lot of people are talking about how football can be so negative, the injuries, concussions. Heck, Massachusetts is talking about potentially banning Pop Warner. Talk about how playing Pop Warner, how playing through junior high and now in high school has helped you guys grow as human beings.
Playing in Pop Warner, I can that's my glory days. So it's like I feel like 7th grade, 8th grade year I played Pop Warner. That just built my confidence up. It made me want to play football even more. Like my closest friends I play Pop Warner with are still friends now. So I feel like just that brotherhood, that bond that you start with, that you get used to, it just carries on for life.
Absolutely. How about you, Nate?
I think in Pop Warner is when I learned how to figure out problems at a young age, like overcome hard times and hard as a team too, bonding. And I don't think it's a good idea to ban Pop Warner. It's a terrible idea.
Look at this, we got the opinions of those who know it most. Now, I'm gonna take it off that serious note, end it on a light note. I asked your teammates who they model their game after, who they aspire to be, what NFL player they like the most and really model their game after. How about you, Jerry?
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill for sure, because his elusiveness, the way he catches the ball, the way the yards after catch, he just can always cut. He can always just get yards, and I feel like I model my game after that because I don't know, I just don't like being tackled. So it's like if I can just always maneuver around, just get more yards, I feel like that's someone I can.
I don't like being tackled. Look at you. I wouldn't like being tackled by you. Meanwhile, how about you, Nate?
Mine would probably be Teddy Bruschi, how he learns and how he came from overcoming injury, and still is an awesome player.
Absolutely, and a leader on and off the field, which I'm sure you pride yourselves on. I know your coaching staff prides themselves on as well. Well, Nate, thank you so much for joining us here on ASPN HD. Jerry as well. Great performances today, guys. Excellent work. I was hoping we could continue here. Have an opportunity to interview one more member of Team Purple here. Thanks, guys, so much. He loves the on-camera work. Bill Austin, the coach here for Team Purple. Didn't get a chance to get your name before.
Benjamin Obianigwe.
Okay, Benjamin. Well, you know what? talking about your teammates and talking about Pop Warner and all of how important that is, they echoed that it's very important for them. What they learned in Pop Warner, they were able to take with them through the ranks, now up into high school. Do you echo the same sentiment?
Yeah, because like me growing up, Pop Warner was how I learned football. And like with the little fundamental things that you might not learn from just like street football, then Pop Warner will teach you that. So.
Absolutely, and I also asked them if there was any NFL player they modeled their game after, who would it be? Let's ask you, what are you thinking?
Offense or defense?
Whatever you want. Let's start with offense.
Offense, I kind of like model my thing like with Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch, because I'm not like a juking person. I don't like to juke and all that. I like head on type
Beast
thing.
mode.
Yeah, so like.
See his arms, man?
Yeah.
Woo. Not messing around. How about defense?
Defense, I like to model my things around like, I don't know his name, but like Captain America, he's on the Panthers.
Kuechly?
Yeah, Luke Kuechly. Because like, he's like just a monster linebacker at it. So like, there's nothing he could do at linebacker, and I believe that there's nothing I can't do at linebacker. So.
Absolutely. Kuechly, a beast, not only on the field, but off the field as well. Went to college with him. Very studious player as well. Thank you so much. Let me get a chance to talk to your coach here. Bill. First of all, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, your players talked about how important Pop Warner was to them, and the fact that Massachusetts is now discussing potentially banning Pop Warner, but banning, well, at least banning tackle football before the high school level. Not a great idea in your opinion, I'd imagine.
Not at all. I believe that would probably make the game worse overall, especially for Massachusetts. I mean, here at Legacy, you know, this is the best of the best when it comes to the specialists in New England. We have Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut. You know, we're out here working extra to play against the best so that when these kids get ready to go play against the rest of the country, you know, they're not behind at all. And unfortunately, there are areas of the youth Pop Warner area football that do need some improvement, but that doesn't mean we need to do away with it. You know, we just need to get on top of it a little more with maybe a little more coaching for the coaches rather than just sticking Johnny's dad out to, you know, teach him to run off the ball and put his head into somebody, you know, because that's really not how the game is played. And the football is constantly evolving into technique after technique after technique. And a good coach needs to be developed just like any good player. So the only way that we can fix the problems with the Pop Warner is to fix the coaches first. So constantly learning is just like a player, and if we can just come together and with that agreement alone, then we should have absolutely no problem with tackle football in Massachusetts. Yeah. We should get back to that elite level that we all know we are, but the rest of the country still is trying to forget they know.
Getting off the serious stuff, your team, what a performance today. I mean, early on, you guys lost your first game. You came back and won. You were able to get yourself close to Team Orange, which is a very good team from New Hampshire. You almost pulled that one out. You've talked about this being your first year coaching in Legacy and an opportunity that you really have taken and went full spread wings on and really full bore. Talk about how these young men that you've been coaching have helped you as a coach and how proud you are of being their coach here in Legacy.
I would not rather have any other kids. You know, this organization is fantastic. You know, Mario and Ricky do a fantastic job of taking, you know, a group of guys and making it organized, you know, and making us look, you know, as professional as can be, because we are professional. You know, sometimes we just need that guidance. You know, we're coaches and we're football coaches. We got to do on the field stuff, but sometimes you need somebody to keep the organization more framed in, and that's what those guys do. They do an awesome job here, you know, and with my guys, man, I was blessed. I have some smart football players, young, smart football players that, you know, were at no point, at any point, we're quitting on, you know, any game. We didn't have the greatest regular season. I think we finished 2-9 or 2-10. You know, we really brought it on today, and I love the fact the kids just came out today and they had so much fun. I had fun, you know, and everybody's having a good time today. Legacy's is just going to continue to grow. And I can't wait to see what it looks like in the next few years, and really hope to continue to be part of it.
Absolutely. It's not how you start, it's how you finish for Mass Purple here in Legacy 7-on-7 New England. Bill, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
That's Bill Austin, coach for Mass Purple here in the Legacy 7-on-7 New England. You heard from a large cavalcade of their teams and how much it means to them to be playing in this league and playing this sport. We'll be right back here at ASPN HD.